back to Ghost Pirate Entertainment. I'm your host, Kanan Becker, and today we do another deep dive into Hulu. For those of you not familiar with this channel, once a week I go searching through the popular streaming platforms and come up with 10 horror movies to recommend to you guys. This week I went searching through Hulu and came up with 10 horror movies that I think you will enjoy. And with that, let's get to the list.
I'm going to give you the only thing that I have left. A chance.
So Mother Android is a movie that just recently came out onto Hulu. It's a Hulu original. And man, what a powerful movie with real heart and some actually really scary moments as well. It's a story set in a near future world where a pregnant woman played by Chloe Grace Moretz and her boyfriend played by Algie Smith are trying to escape this world, trying to survive in this apocalyptic, or at least on its way to be apocalyptic world. They're trying to survive a world that is being taken over by artificial intelligence, by these human-like robots.
Androids were a part of our everyday life.
Hot chocolate, sir.
And then one night, everything changed.
It's beautifully shot with stunning cinematography, with lots of intense nail-biting moments and twists around every turn. Chloe Grace Moretz gives a brilliant yet emotional performance. It is seriously the best performance I have seen from her to date. This is just a damn good movie. It is an absolute gem, and I think it is a must watch.
How do you like it, huh? Oh God, what have I done?
Little Monsters.
Little Monsters is an adorable zombie movie. I know that doesn't exactly go together, but it really is. This movie in a lot of ways feels like a children's film, like a family fun little movie, right? But it's R-rated with lots of gore, lots of crude language, and just funny jokes.
Firearms, disembowelment, death metal, gore, mini-fungalon scenes, and Academy Award winner Lupita Nyong'o.
The story centers on this lost soul, a little bit of a loser musician, a television personality who is kind of the host of a children's show, and then an elementary school teacher. All of them are on an elementary school field trip at this zoo when there's a zombie outbreak. A nearby army base basically has an experiment go awry and zombies. And the story's about them just trying to survive and protect these children. It is a hilarious, fun little movie, but it doesn't forget to be gory. It's definitely not going to be for everyone because it's a unique brand of a film, but I was all about this movie and had an absolute great time with it, and I definitely think you should check it out.
We did something bad.
Damn, what a captivating film this is. We Need to Do Something is absolutely brilliant. It's strange because this whole movie takes place inside of a bathroom of a house, because the story is about this family who takes refuge inside of the bathroom in their house when a crazy bad storm hits. And when the storm is over, they realize they're trapped. There's something blocking the door and they just can't get out. This movie starts out seeming like it's going to be one thing and then slowly drifts into this dark, totally different direction, becomes a very, very different movie than what it seems like it's going to be.
Doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't make any sense?
We have neighbors. Someone would have come. They're all dead.
Why would you say that? What if it wasn't just a storm?
And it's wild because the whole movie takes place in just this one location, but I was never once bored, never once did it lose my interest at all. In general, this is a fun indie movie with outstanding performances by Pat Healy, who plays the father who loses his damn mind at one point, and Sierra McCormick, who plays the daughter, and she gives an emotional, really impressive performance. Just in general, it's the cast that really carries this movie. This is a great watch and one that not enough people are talking about, and I highly recommend it.
Why does this feel worse?
So Arrival is one of my all-time favorite alien contact movies. It's a very dramatic story that really feels like it could be real. Like, this could be how things really would go down if we were contacted by aliens. It stars Amy McAdams, who plays a linguist that is enlisted by the US military to try to figure out how to communicate with this alien life that has made first contact, because we don't have a way to communicate with them, and so they need her to figure out a way to do that before hotter heads cause a full-on war.
They need to see me.
Dr. Banks? Are you insane?
Now that's a proper introduction.
It also co-stars Jeremy Renner, who plays a great supporting role in this as well. They just both give excellent performances in this and really carry the film. But this movie also has some of the most creative, beautifully designed aliens I've ever seen from any movie. Just the way they put them together feels organic, feels real, feels like something that could actually exist. They just create an alien race that is just so imaginative and so uniquely done in this. It's a very moving and dramatic movie, but it also has exciting scenes, lots of high pressure thriller moments. It's an incredible movie and one that I definitely recommend.
Happy daddy makes a happy home.
Bloodlines is a savage, very intense little movie that I just recently discovered. The story is about a man who is seeking revenge for the atrocities and horrible things that were done to him while growing up. He plays a therapist for these troubled, abused kids, and he justifies getting revenge for them on the things that he went through as him seeing it as a way to protect these kids. But in reality, it's just him turning into the monster.
How can you take care of her if you don't take care of yourself?
You okay?
It's a great performance by Sean William Scott in this role. It's something I did not expect him to be able to pull off. He plays a very dark and troubled character with lots of layers and just shows multiple sides to this character. It's an absolutely bloody, twisted little story that takes lots of twists and turns. It's just a very dark movie that feels dirty. It feels uncomfortable. It's very creepy and one that I think you definitely should check out.
You don't want to wake up, do you?
Under the Skin is a slow, dread-filled, uncomfortable movie with an outstanding performance by Scarlett Johansson. This is a very unique and very different look at her acting abilities. She shows in this movie that she is much more than just a Marvel superhero. So Scarlett Johansson plays this alien who disguises herself as a female human. She just drives around Scotland, luring unsuspecting men into her van. And then once she gets them in her van, she takes them to this void where they go into another dimension and become absolutely nothing more than meat.
Come to me.
It's amazing because in some cases what you're seeing is real. She actually drove up to real strangers and gets them to get in the van. I'm guessing after the camera cut, they filled the guy in on what was really going on, but still, her first interaction with them is genuine in a lot of cases, and I just think that is so interesting. This movie is dark and creepy and uncomfortable the entire time. It is brilliantly done and very much an art house slow burn type of film, which is not for everyone, I get that. But if you're into that kind of movie, this is a brilliant one that I think you should check out.
Must be some other way out of here. It's blood!
This isn't real.
Graveyard Shift.
So Graveyard Shift is a Stephen King adaptation and one that I think is so much fun, very underrated, one that way more people should be checking out. It's about a drifter who gets hired to work at this old factory that was recently restarted up. It's just this old rat-infested factory that he has to work at. And his boss enlists him and some of the other crew to clean out the basement. And once they're down there, it just gets wild. and a lot of fun with lots of practical effects that I was just having so much fun with. The set designs of this are brilliant and detailed. This just is one of those movies that show me why I love the 80s and 90s practical effects horror movies so much.
What did happen to the fellow that started this job?
It didn't work out.
And everyone fears it.
This place is infested.
That might be the understatement of the year. Broken?
Brad Dourif gives a brilliant performance in this and is entertaining the whole time he's on screen. It reminded me again just how underrated he is, and I've never understood why he doesn't get more acclaim. And at the end, the rats with their cute little faces covered in blood just had me laughing my ass off. I love this movie and it really deserves more of a cult following. And if you've never checked it out, I think it's high time that you do. This is one I highly recommend.
You know, no one was hiring me when I was just a regular clown. I just thought, yeah, you know, maybe I'll give it a little edge.
Oh, you Wrinkles the clown. Leave me a message, I'll call you back.
Wrinkles the Clown is a funny, yet sad, yet compelling little documentary. It's about a man who anonymously dresses up as a creepy clown, and he puts stickers with pictures of himself and his phone number all over Florida. And the idea is for parents to call him to come and punish their bad children.
Hey, Wrinkles, I need you to come get these kids. Yeah, I got a child that's misbehaving. $30, come scare them.
What's crazy is a video that he does goes viral and he becomes famous, and parents start using just the threat of him as a way to keep their kids in line. It's a captivating story that goes behind the scenes and just shows what his real life is and the real true story behind him. It also was very interesting to me because it took me back to being a kid and just how much fun it was to tell scary stories and believe all these silly little stories about legends and myths and all these things, and we tell each other. It's really a fun thought experiment into just what scares people. There's also some great twists and turns in this movie. I just love it, and I think it's definitely a documentary that you really should check out.
Believe the curse.
Please, take it off before this goes any further.
I never take it off.
Stephen King's Thinner.
So Thinner is another Stephen King adaptation and another one that doesn't get a lot of love. It's a really enjoyable, quirky, dark, demented little story. In a lot of ways, it reminds me of a Tales from the Crypt episode. It has a lot of the same dark type of humor that Tales from the Crypt has. The story's about a man who is a corrupt attorney, and he's this large man. So he accidentally kills an old gypsy woman and gets completely off scot-free, no charges, nothing on him.
You killed my daughter, and I curse you. Thinner.
And so the gypsies put a curse on him, a curse to lose weight. And so he starts to lose weight dramatically, and to the point where he is nothing but skin and bones. It just gets darker and darker as the movie goes. It's just a movie with charm in a warped way. It has some really enjoyable practical effects, even though they're not crazy wild practical effects. The ones that are done, I think, are very fun. I also really love the character Joe Mantegna plays. He plays an over-the-top, cheesy mobster type. He's just so entertaining, as well as all the other characters in this movie. They just all have this quirky, strange charm to them. It's just absolutely entertaining, and if you're a fan of Stephen King, this is a must.
Rachel McAdams, Cillian Murphy, Red Eye.
All right, so Red Eye is the last movie on this list, and this is a very underrated Wes Craven movie. This movie is very different than the movies that Wes Craven is known for, but a fantastic little movie nonetheless. It's about a woman played by Rachel McAdams who meets a charming stranger at an airport played by Cillian Murphy. What seems like a chance meeting with chemistry and sparks flying everywhere turns dark, and I mean really dark, quickly.
The name's Jackson.
Lisa, so what do you do?
As fate would have it, my business is all about you.
when she realizes that he is part of a criminal plan to force her to be part of a terrorist plot to assassinate a political figure. It's an absolutely exciting thrill ride from start to finish. It's a very intense, heart-pounding cat and mouse type of game. With an absolutely action-packed, thrilling ending, this movie is a lot of fun, exciting, fun, but it has its scary moments too. This is one I definitely think is worth your time. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me today. Please leave your comments down below. Let me know if there's anything on Hulu I missed, because I always appreciate any recommendations. Also, if you could do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and ding that little bell, because that is the best way to keep track of this channel and when I post videos like this, and I post videos like this every single week. I also want to give a huge, enormous thank you to my patrons, because you guys, your support seriously means so much to me. And if you would like to find out more about becoming a patron, the link is down in the description. And like always, thank you so much for watching. Please crush that like button, and remember guys, horror can be fun. I will see you guys next time.